I spent the first 20 years of my life thinking and worrying about everything. Then I read a book called The Secret, and I learned how to turn negative thoughts into positive ones. On that time, I was working like a delivery driver in a stressful job. The human brain can only think one thing at a time. If you want, you can try right now. You can think about tonight's boxing fight and at the same time how beautiful your new car looks. This is not how the brain works. So I knew when I was driving that I was upset, that the only way to overcome the negative thoughts I had was to replace them with a positive one. And that worked for a while. At that time, I had 2 friends working with me, and they didn't care about a single thing. Sometimes I was angry with them, and I kept asking, "Don't you see what's happening around you?" In that summer, my girlfriend and I decided to go to Cyprus, but I was afraid of planes, and I promised myself that if I survive, I will find a way to stop worrying about everything. I was so scared the first 30 minutes of the flight, but when we arrived, I had different opinions about flights. Later, I did some research, and I found that the chances of dying in a plane crash are 1 in 5.4 million. You're more likely to die walking and get hit by a car or even from lightning. Weeks later, I found lots of information on how to stop worrying, but the words that literally changed my life were the words that Bill Hicks said. For you who don't know who Bill Hicks is, he was an American comedian and not only changed thousands of people's lives. To me, he was a man 30 years ahead of his time. I could just say the words, but I prefer you to listen to this masterpiece.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park. And when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud. And it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up! Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account. And my family. Has to be real. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter, because it's just a ride.
Whatever you want to do in life, just think, what is the worst scenario? What is the worst thing that could happen? And the answer is absolutely nothing. Whatever you want to do it now. And you know why? Because it's just a ride.